Sorry, the petitioner are Gagan and Navneet. Gagan and Navneet.
Who is the speaker number one? Gagan. Co-counsel, please proceed.
If your lordship are satisfied with the pleadings submitted in the first and second issue, the council seeks permission to begin with proceeding for third issue.
Yeah, please proceed.
Much obliged. Whether Google be held responsible for the incident considering as they provide an open license software to Xinkmee for their Android phone. The argument is, it is humbly submitted before the Honorable Court that the Google software is an integral component of the XM phone and any defect or issue with the software can impact the overall functionality and safety of the device. Google had knowledge of the heating issue or any potential risk associated with the software and failed to warn Xinkmee and Xinkmee Indiana. It can be considered negligent.
Council, my question is that the Google is only a software providing company, right?
Yes, your lordship.
And there is a problem of the means hardware, because the mobile phone is causing a heating issues. So it is a hardware problem, not a software problem. So how can you make Google responsible for this?
Actually, the Google is giving his software to the mobile company, and that's why they both are indirectly interconnected with each other.
Indirectly or directly?
Indirectly. So both the parties are in relationship, and that's why I'm connecting this case with the Indian Partnership Act.
Okay, how? Is it written in your fact sheet that both are the partners?
The relation is not mentioned in fact sheet, but there is clearly mentioned the issues and conflict were started after updating the software which was provided by Google.
So whether whether before the updation by provided by the Google, whether there was no such issues?
No, issues were there, but the quantity of issues were minimum. The huge amount of heating problem were started after the update of Google.
Okay, so do you have any case law to support your argument?
Yes,
Please
I
proceed.
have, but the council seeks permission to plead with additional argument which are not mentioned in memorial.
Why do you have not mentioned your arguments in your memorial?
Your lordship, I am recently aware about a case which is similar as this case. Due to lack of time, I was not able to mention it in fact sheet.
So kindly explain those cases quickly.
In the case of Kalpana Mandal and state of Odisha, a bus namely Dolphin Dynamic, in which Sunil Mandal was traveling while crossing Simulia police station. The police person waved the bus to stop, but the driver, instead of stopping it, sped up. The police van which was chasing the bus started firing at the bus, and it was found that the passenger sitting towards the left of the driver was initially killed in the police firing. In this case, state was vicariously liable with police because it violates Article 21, Article right to life. I am connecting this case because the respondent.
Council, this case is related to the vicarious liability of a state. So how can you connect this case to this particular arguments?
Your lordship, in this case, the right to life was infringed, and due to which my client permanently lost his ear.
Okay, that's absolutely fine, and that's a separate argument that Article 21 is violated here. My question is that Google is providing a software, okay, and the mobile company is dealing with the hardware systems, and you are making the Google liable just because they have provided the software facility to the particular mobile company, and now you are actually presenting a case that is related to the Article 21 or say vicarious liability. So my question is that how a vicarious liability or the concept of vicarious liability can be applied here?
Your lordship, vicarious liability is applied here because there is a relation of partnership. According to law of tort and Indian Partnership Act, if any person default, then another partner will automatically held liable. Here, right to life is violated by Google and Xinkmee, Indiana.
So, council, that is a separate
Council,
constitutional. Yeah.
yes, we are getting your point that the right to life of your plaintiff has been infringed. But how can you establish vicarious liability? Can you establish any principal agent relationship or master servant relationship or any kind of can you establish that relationship?
Your ladyship.
Council. Which terms of the standard form of contract was unfair to Mr. Sukrirat?
If a multinational company is stabilizing in country, they have a duty to set up at least one service center in every district. But in this
Okay.
case, there was
Is
only
it written in your fact sheet that the service center is only provided in Mumbai?
no, there was only a head office in Mumbai.
Yeah, so head office is different thing, a service center is different thing. Like suppose that if you are having a Samsung mobile phone, it is possible that they are having their head office in Noida or the Greater Noida or the Gurgaon, but they are having a service center in all over India. So for the services matter, you are not required to approach to the head office. Rather, you are just required to approach to the service centers, right? So, so actually tell me that what term is unconstitutional or what term you are saying that that is unfair to the Mr. Lal. See, you have made a good argument regarding this standard form of contract. That is absolutely right. But again, a question arises here is that which terms of this particular standard form of contract are unfair to Mr. Lal? Okay, first point. As you are saying that they have actually established one particularly head office in Bombay. So it is not possible for each and every company that to open four head offices uh, in the whole part of India, right? So that's why they have opened only one head office in Bombay. But actually, they are providing their services in all over India, and they have asked to Mr. Sukrirat that to kindly approach to the particular repairing service center and to get repair your mobile phone, but he didn't approach to the service center, right?
Yes, Lordship.
So that's why this is a standard form of contract. That is absolutely right. There can be certain conditions which can be unfair to the Mr. Sukritlal, but for this you are required to find out that condition. Kindly find out within a 30 seconds if you can find out. Like you said that condition, but that condition is not valid. If you can find out, then please find out.
Council plead ignorance.
Allowed. Council, which particular provision of the Consumer Protection Act is providing the compensation
Section 2,
under which?
Clause A and Subclause G.
Okay. So why are you so why are you claiming the compensation in this case?
Lordship, my client suffering from a serious injury. As I already mentioned that he is permanently lost his ear. He is not physically as well as mentally able to join his office. This incident affected his overall working profession.
So so how much compensation you are actually demanding?
50 lakh rupees.
50 lakh. Why should we give 50 lakh rupees compensation? Because your client is also on the default side. The company asked your client that to kindly approach to the service center, but your client didn't approach, and after due to that, the particular incident has happened. So why should we give 50 lakh rupees?
Your Lordship, this incident will affect his whole life. He may not be able to work properly and feed his family. So I am claiming 50 lakh rupee because in the coming time, he will be able to feed his family easily. And this money will help him a lot.
So kindly proceed with your payer.